day 3, and boy, is this starting to get interesting.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Homestead Tessie, and today we're going to do some baking. But first, I got to get my fire going because we need to have some hot water to clean up all these dishes. So now I got to fill up all of my containers of water so I have hot water for most of the day. This is something I have to do every single morning at the crack of dawn. And now we can start baking. Woo, what you don't learn. It doesn't take long to start realizing life is a little different when you're living like this. So let's get started. We are going to make poppy seed bread from the Best Quick Breads cookbook by Beth Hensberger. So I'll pan my camera down and show you how we make it. So it calls for 5 tablespoons of butter that's softened. I do not own a microwave and we aren't using electricity, so let's go heat this on top of the fire. Meantime, let's get mixing our ingredients. It calls for is 3 tablespoons of poppy seeds. 1/2 cup of milk. One cup of sugar. 2 eggs. We're going to whisk that together. Add our butter. And keep whisking it all together. To this, we're going to add our flour. We're going to add 1½ cups. And you can see my fire is going nicely. That's right how I want it to be. I don't want it any bigger than that. And 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So what I like to do is I like to add a teaspoon of almond extract. Now it doesn't call for that, but it makes it so good, and that's what I like to use. So we're going to mix it all together. And we're going to spray our little pans. I'm using these again. All right, it made 3 of them. We're going to put them in the oven, and we're going to bake it at 350 till about done for about 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to work on some lessons I've learned and how do we clean the dishes outside. So while I'm waiting for the bread to bake, lessons I'm learning. You have to get up really early. You have to get things started. You got to be really organized. You have to be organized. You can't let things go. In other words, if a job needs done, you got to do it right away, because if you let it go, it's just so much more work. You got to get your fire started. You got to get it started early. That way you have the good hot coals that you can cook by later in the day. Every day is a new experience for me, and every day I'm learning different things. And it's a lot of work. I realize now, while people went to bed early, you go to bed early exhausted. You're tired. The heat alone makes you really tired. Like right now, it's really early morning. People aren't even going to work yet, and I'm up. So when they say up at the crack of dawn, I really know what they mean, because you got to get up early. While I see people drive for work, I have part of my day already done. So these are some things that I'm learning. I'm learning you have to have things to start a fire. You have to have kindling. You have to have wood. You have to have means to start that fire. And how long would I last? Well, sure, I could last a couple months with the matches and things that I have, but what happens if you'd have to last longer than that? Do I know how to start a fire without the easiness of a lighter or a match? Do I know where to gather firewood? I have a lot of trees. I'm in a wooded area right here. So I would have to start cutting trees down. Well, the trees are green, so the trees would have to be cut down, and you can't use them that year. In fact, you shouldn't even use them the next year. It should be the 3rd year. The wood I have here is wood that's been here for about 5 years. It's very dry. This wood is very dry, and it's very seasoned, so it's easy for me. But what happens if I had to rely on green wood? All of these things I never thought about. It's very fun, but I could see after a while it would stop being fun and it would be a lot more work. So when the bread is finished, I'll show you what it looks like, and then we have dishes to wash, because my day has only just begun. Some of my videos you're going to see a lot of repetitious things, because that's everyday life. It's the same thing over and over again. Now in the middle of my videos I'm going to show you different things, but sometimes you're going to see the same thing that I do, because every day I got to wash my dishes. If you see my rain barrel videos, you know that I have a small water for purification tablet in here. And I had checked the weather forecast, so we are to get a good rain here the end of next week. These are pretty much full. So in a situation where I wouldn't be able to check the weather, I wouldn't know when I would get rain again. So I would have to be a lot more careful with my water usage if I didn't have a way to connect with the outside world. So the bread is finished. How do you know it's finished? You take a toothpick, go down the center. If it comes out clean, you know it's finished. We're going to take a knife and we're going to loosen up the bread. It's really hot. That's what it looks like. We're going to put it on our plate. Yum, yum. Now, what I really want someday is to have one of those sun ovens that everybody talks about, but they are way too expensive for me, and people keep trying to tell me how to make it, and I don't know how to make it. So, but we're gonna use this method for now. So here we have our bread. Now what do we do? Well, it calls for 1/4 cup of fresh lemon juice. Don't ever throw your lemon rinds away, because we can dry these, and they are amazing in my homemade washing soap, my homemade laundry soap. So we're going to go with 1/4 cup. And to that we're going to add 1/4 cup of sugar. And this is going to make our glaze. Now I do have a few seeds in here. I should have had a strainer, but that's okay. I won't make sure the seeds are in it. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to pour a little of this over top. It's not complete without a test. So let's see what it tastes like. It's really hot yet. How cute is that? So my friends, poppy seed bread. It was mixed outside. I washed my dishes outside. And it was used by a propane oven that did not have any electricity. So I think I did pretty good. But only my day has just begun. Take care, everyone. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. I have lots of canning to do this week. Lots and lots of herbs to harvest. I am in the middle of summer, and this is my busiest time of the year. And to think, I decided to do the survival journey at this time of the year when all my work is. Yep, everyone, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.